Well, Trey, first of all, is an outstanding young man and a great team leader, a heck of a player, dependable. He's one of those our fans could relate to a Chris Obanai kind of young man that's going to get his degree. You know he's going to be successful in whatever he decides to do. We'll miss his leadership. We'll miss his passion for the game of football. We're excited that he's going to stay around, be a part, and kind of help work with the younger backs and be a part of the program. There's no doubt about that.
With him gone and possibly Fozzie out, obviously Cody kind of moves into that slot. Who else besides Cody
Do you have any eligibility left?
I got 4 years now.
Oh, I got all kind of takers here. Well, Chris Whaley will work some there. Ryan Robeson will work some there. Actually, when Cody went down the other night, we had to make a quick change and move Robo to tailback, and he scored. And Whaley, Robo, they'll be the ones. DJ can do some things in there. At this time, we would not take a red shirt off anybody.
Where is DJ in that? Are you still trying to figure out where you put him?
Well, DJ is still a guy that is a little bit of a specialist, but he's doing more and more in that role, and part of it depends on the game and how it's flowing and what we're trying to do in the game and how the other guys are playing. But Chris actually worked there all of last spring, and so he's got some foundation there. Ryan is a guy that, even though he's not worked at the tailback very much, we started last week giving him some pass protection stuff, and he's been getting mental reps there, so he'll get. And we think Fozzie will be fine too. So we'll just have to see how it all plays out.
Is Chris kind of excited about the opportunity to move back to tailback possibly?
Well, I'm sure he is. Chris is a guy that actually came to us in August and said, I feel like I'd be better served tight end, H-back kind of position, and but he likes to play, and he did a nice job the other night in our red zone when we were in 21 personnel, and so. But he has the biggest foundation, having been there the longest.
You guys talked about playing uptight maybe at the beginning of games, and then obviously we're able to score later in games. We've seen more relaxed. Is there any way to make sure to relax at the start?
Well, I think it's a good question, and I wish I had a better answer. I think part of it is if you watch the last several games, it's not that we've gone 3 and out to start the ball game. We've moved the ball. The other night, Oklahoma State went down and got 3. We took the ball back down and got 3, and so. But it's just I do sense that sometimes they're concerned about making mistakes as opposed to just kind of letting it go, and hopefully we can work our way out of that.
Do you sense that from Garrett and from everybody, just maybe that there's a little fear that they're playing not to lose and instead of playing to win?
Well, I think it's I don't know what label you put on it. Whether or not it's tight or whether or not it's our players understand how important taking care of the football is, and they understand that in the games, in many cases, that we've not given ourselves much of a chance. We've turned the ball over too much, and so I think there's a combination there of trying to take care of the ball, and in some cases, maybe letting some plays slip away that they wouldn't normally.
Mac talked a little after the game about you guys kind of went in saying we want to go for it on fourth down if we've got that situation. Is that a mentality you want to keep for the remainder of the year?
Well, each game we kind of go in with an attitude depending on who we're playing and what they do, and we felt Oklahoma State was a team that was explosive on offense, and so we kind of went in with the attitude, yes, that when we crossed midfield, it was a situation, in fact, of the first field goal. We had a 2nd and 8. We had 4 downs. We were playing with the idea that we had 4 downs. So we called a draw on 2nd down, thinking let's get it back manageable. And then on 3rd down, let's get, that was kind of the overall thinking, because Coach had told me as soon as we got there that we had 4 downs. And we had talked about it during the week. Well, they blitzed the draw, which threw us into a quick ball to the receiver that made nothing. So now we're looking at, 3rd and 8. And, took a shot at James in man-to-man in the end zone, and we ended up having to kick the field goal. But it does play a part, knowing that you're going to have 4 downs in certain areas of the field. And usually we start discussing that on Wednesday.
Mike earned that record, did you, Coach?
I'm sorry.
Freshman receptions record, Mike James.
Mike continues to grow, and he's still got a long way to go in certain things. But I see a guy that likes to play football, and we talk about that a lot in recruiting. We talk about it in the staff room about guys that enjoy practicing, enjoy going out, and enjoy competing, and he does. He likes to do that, and I think the future is extremely bright for Mike.
And then how impressed are you with Trey Hopkins? He looks like the second coming of a Blaylock or a Leonard Davis.
I don't know if he'll be as big as Leonard Davis. We have compared him some to Blaylock in that he's an extremely bright guy, and he's got great feet. Now, he doesn't have the girth right now that Justin has, but he has good length in his arms, and he's a guy really that could play anywhere up and down the line of scrimmage, from guard to tackle, and probably could play center. So we're excited about what he has done and his future.
Were you impressed with the fact that Garrett can take some hit selections, take on that game and still just bounce right back?
Yeah, I think a couple of things. One, Garrett has found over the last half of the season that he can make plays with his feet. And that's exciting because you need that out of the position. The other night, several times they were dropping 8 guys, and sometimes the best play after you go through progression is to take off with it. And so he's learning that he can make plays with his feet. I haven't got across yet, but it will be closer now about how to get down. There's a couple more of those, and he'll understand what I've been saying about, make what you can and get on the ground or get out of bounds. But he is a tough guy. He's a great competitor, and I told him after the game I really appreciate how hard, that he is playing.
How disappointed are you that Case has been pulled out?
Well, you're always disappointed when the number 2 guy doesn't get some reps, because obviously situation that Leslie was talking about, when I saw that hit, I said, tell Case to get his helmet. I mean, and he could have been thrown in, at that point. At the same time, it's hard to script that, and in some years those guys have gotten a bunch of reps and have been ready to go. But Case has not got as many, obviously, as we would have liked him, or that he would have liked.